Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and give you some manifestation advice. Okay, I wanted to talk about manifestation and just give you some advice, affirmations, tips that will really help take you to the next level here. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. We're gonna start off with this card. Oops, sorry about that. Observe, don't absorb. You are just the observer and receiver. Don't internalize everything that you hear. So this is so important. Okay, stop believing everything that you hear. Stop thinking that every single thing you hear is what's the truth right now. That's just what you're reflecting. That's just a projection of your consciousness. That doesn't even necessarily mean that it's true. That just means maybe a part of you part of you thinks that is true, or a part of you wants you to recognize and either validate or invalidate that thing. Okay, but once you stop believing in every single thing you hear and see, especially the 3D, because a lot of the times the 3D is an illusion and a projection of your consciousness and your old dominant thoughts, then true freedom, true liberation will begin. Okay, so yeah, you have to just observe, because at the end of the day, you're not even the thinker, you're observing the thinker. There's certain things that are not happening to you but maybe happening to your avatar, as if you believe in the simulation theory. But my point is, if something negative happens to you, stop internalizing it so much. Stop accepting it as the truth. Just be like, no, this never happened to me. I don't accept this in my reality, and consciously instruct your subconscious mind that, and you will start seeing different results. Okay, this is a matter of you communicating with your subconscious mind and getting to know yourself on a deeper level in a way that you never have before. Okay, this is about you elevating to the next level. This is about you being conscious of your thoughts. And I know a lot of you are trying to manifest a specific goal right now. I know for a lot of you that's a specific person to act a certain way, but think about it this way. You are in the process of manifesting a specific person. You're doing all this inner work. So when you do get together with them for real, and you decide to take things to the next level, get married, start a family, things will become a lot easier for you. I can't even tell you how many marriages struggle, how many people go through divorces, separation, because they just didn't work on themselves before getting married. But the thing is, like, if you really understand the law and you understand that your thoughts create and that reality is a projection of your consciousness, you will be able to have a good, happy, successful marriage. No divorces, no separation. If you choose to have kids, that will go smoothly as well, because there are people out there that live a really smooth, fun life. Of course, everyone has problems here from time to time, but like, I've seen a lot of really happy, content people that have been married for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Their relationship has only grown stronger over time. Okay, because they realize that self-love work, that's or just self-development work, that's really the key, and it really does help you emotionally regulate, especially regulate your reaction to certain things. Okay, if you can change your reaction to certain things, you start creating a new neural pathway, and things become easier for you after that. I know for a lot of you, you're just like, oh my gosh, I've been affirming so much, it's been draining me, I'm not seeing any movement in the 30. First of all, there is always movement. You have to tell yourself that that is something that you need to internalize. There's always movement, there will always be movement. Okay, but you have to understand that it takes a little bit of time, energy, effort, belief, or repetition for you to create a belief, for you to create a dominant thought, for you to create a dominant way of thinking, aka a state. Okay, repetition creates belief. So yeah, you might need to work a little bit, I don't really want to say hard, but just put in some extra time, energy, effort into creating a belief. Okay, and for some people, you don't have to repeat an affirmation 10,000 times. Okay, it can happen a lot sooner than that. I know that I have a lot of things in my life that I definitely did not have to repeat 10,000 times for me to get that, for me to create a dominant belief around that thing. Okay, even if I did have a lot of resistance to it initially. But the thing is, if you want to beat resistance, repetition is key. If you can't feel things, honestly, if you can feel things, if you can visualize, then yeah, you won't need to repeat as much. But I know not everyone can do that. I know not everyone is natural at doing that, although you can change that at any time. That in itself is a limiting belief, that you can't visualize this, that. Okay, so I mean, it's just a matter of you telling yourself, no, I'm going to use this technique, I'm going to use this method, and that's what's going to help me get to where I want to be. Or you can just be like, I have it right now, it's done. It doesn't even matter what frame of thought you use to get your manifestations, as long as you have a belief in it that it will work. And even if you don't have that belief in it initially, again, repeat it to yourself. This is working, it's always working. All my manifestations are working, all my manifestations are going to come to full fruition. Also, I just saw a pink truck outside. If you know me, if you've been following me, every time you see a pink vehicle, that's a sign that your manifestations are coming in. Okay, so yeah, it's just a matter of you believing in yourself. This is about you trusting trusting in yourself to bring about your manifestations. Okay, this is something that I stress every video because it's you versus you. You are the only quote unquote I okay, so I kind of fluctuate between the two. You're the only thinker in your reality and you're observing the thinker. Okay, honestly, I feel like those two can simultaneously exist. It just takes a little bit more to grasp the concept. But my point is, like, see it this way: anything negative that happens, you're observing, not absorbing. You're just observing a thinker, a past thinker. Okay, that's what that means. So when I say observing a thinker, you're observing the past version of yourself that thought those thoughts and projected that into the 3D reality. So if you see something negative or triggering in your 3D, that is not a reflection of who you are right now. That is not a reflection of all the work, all the self-love work that you've been doing. That's just from the past. So at that point, you're just observing the thinker, right? But in terms of the present moment right now, you are the only thinker in your reality. You are the only consciousness in your reality. I'm not saying that other people are not real people, they're just like holograms or anything like that. No, but even if you like think from someone else's perspective, that's still your perspective at the end of the day, right? That's still you. That's your perception of them. Okay, so something that you have to be really wary about is your perception of certain things, awareness of your own thoughts. Okay, change your perception of certain things, change your awareness, focus your attention, energy, effort to the things that you want. Okay, I know certain things will come up during this process of manifestation. Certain negative thoughts, triggering thoughts will come up, but honestly, take that as a sign, take that as a test from your subconscious. Do we want to accept this, or do we want to move past this? Okay, I actually sometimes get this is going to sound so weird, but I sometimes like get low-key excited whenever I get triggered, because that's like when my like work, all the work that I've been doing is being put to the test. Okay, it's like, imagine, okay, I mean, no one liked taking quizzes or tests, but if you think about it, like, those were the things that mostly determined your grade, right? So if you were taking an actual class, you had a quiz, come from it with the like perception of being excited for it. Okay, this is a chance for me to raise my grade. This is a chance for me to raise my GPA. That's the same thing with life. This is a chance for me to create new thought patterns. This is a chance for me to create new neural pathways that are in alignment with what I want to manifest. Okay, so at the end of the day, stop being a victim to your circumstances and stop believing and internalizing in everything that you hear and see, and also stop paying attention to the 3D. The more you pay attention to yourself, the less time you spend checking whatever it is that you're checking in the 3D, people's like social media, following this, that, the faster you will get your desires. Okay, I know in the past I used to say, yeah, it's okay to check the 3D, and it is okay as long as you're going to be okay with whatever outcome, and you're just going to use that to fuel you in your manifestations. Okay, it's not always like wrong to check the 3D, but if you're getting upset, disappointed, anxious every time you're doing that, then that's a sign for you to work on yourself, work on your self concept a little bit more before you check the 3D. Okay, but this is really about you. Okay, there's a lot of the time there's no point checking the 3D, because again, it's just your past. Okay, it's just your past thoughts playing out, your past dominant beliefs playing out. That's why with manifestation, you do attract. You never need to chase anything. You never really need to take action for the most part. Okay, things will just come to you. And I know a lot of people, it's hard for them to grasp that, because we were taught as children, we were taught growing up that you have to work hard, that you have to put in effort, you have to take action. That's not always the case. Okay, you'll be surprised how many things will literally just come into your lap without you even like taking action. Okay, so yeah, especially when it comes to manifesting an SP, you really don't have to take action. It doesn't matter if you're the feminine, masculine, whatever. If you create the belief that you're always romantically pursued, that you're always the one being reached out to first, you're always the one getting text messages, contact communication, that will be the case. Okay, and it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. I know maybe some of you could have even talked about manifestation to your SP, and maybe your SP has told you like, oh, are you manifesting me? I don't believe in this or that. Again, that's just one version of them. You have to select a different version of them, that is above the circumstances. So something you have to understand is that you rank higher than your circumstances. You are above your circumstances. Okay, you have to approach this from a level of consciousness of the person that already has their desires. If you already had your desires, you wouldn't be stressing about the middle. You wouldn't constantly be checking their social media. Ideally, you'd feel safe and secure, right? You'd feel good in your manifestations, right? So that's definitely a mentality that you have to approach this by. And trust me when I say thought transmission works. Okay, it doesn't matter how far away you are in space and time. Literally, like, quantum entanglement was proven in 2022. It won the Nobel Physics Prize, right? So even if your person is like galaxies away, like light years away, they'll still think of you. They'll still find a way to contact you. Even if they're in the middle of like the Pacific Ocean and you're on land, they will still find a way to come to you. So I guarantee you, your circumstances don't matter. The fact that they haven't talked to you in a while, they blocked you, you had a fight, argument, none of that matters. Okay. I've seen so many success stories, countless success stories of, people having the worst circumstances and their SPs coming back regardless. Okay. Like, I mean, seriously, some of these circumstances were bad. Okay. But the person who was able to manifest just created the belief that their SP was obsessed with them, that their desires were obsessed with them, and they were able to manifest, fast. Okay. Because they also spent some time, creating a belief, and repetition does create beliefs. Again, you don't have to like affirm 10,000 times a day every day. No, but every time you do think of your desires, think of it in a positive way. Like, oh, I have it already. Oh, this, I feel so good in my relationship. I'm so happy and grateful to have this job. How would you feel if you had that thing right now? Okay, make it sound natural. Most people like using gratitude. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I feel so blessed that I have this thing in my life right now. Okay, that's exactly what I want you to say right now. I feel so grateful. I feel so happy. I feel so blessed that I have the best version of my desires right now. Okay, something else that I want you to affirm is, I am getting better every single day. I am getting better every single day. I'm getting better at manifesting. I'm getting better at trusting myself. I'm getting better at not reacting. I'm getting better at emotionally regulating myself every day. I am getting better every single day in every single way, shape, and form. I am getting better every single day in every single way, shape, and form. Okay. It is really that easy. It's, just saying that, even if you don't believe that, when you say something enough, you do start believing in it. Okay. Because think of a lot of the beliefs that you have right now. You like believed in it for years, right? You believed in it for months on end, and it became a belief, right? So again, repetition creates belief. And even like, think of when you were a baby. When you were a baby, you didn't just learn how to write paragraphs, essays, short stories right off the bat, right? It took repetition. You had to say your ABCs multiple times. There would be songs, all these like toys, all these like things that would help you, grasp the concept of letters. And then you slowly started writing. You slowly started going from writing letters to words to sentences, right? Like, you don't just like start off like writing essays. Like, it takes some practice, repetition. It takes just practice and repetition. That's literally how manifestation works as well. Just keep practicing, repeating. That's literally what it is. Keep repeating your affirmations. Keep saying them, even if it doesn't feel like natural. It's okay. It doesn't need to feel natural. A lot of times people will still repeat something for a lot of times and it won't feel natural, but something will click in their subconscious mind. It will have saturated in their subconscious mind to the point where it ends up being reflected in their 3D. I know that's what happened to me. A lot of the things I never believed in, I never even felt natural, but it's something ends up clicking in your subconscious mind. You guys, your subconscious mind is different than feeling. Okay, I will always preach this on my channel. If you can feel something, I mean, that's great too, and that really does help. But I do feel like there's a difference between feeling something real and then versus what clicks in your subconscious mind. Because I know I give this example a lot, but remember the time you thought you failed that test, you completely bombed it, but you ended up doing a lot better, and you felt like you failed, right? Like, every like inch of your being probably felt that way. But no, your subconscious mind, it works a little bit differently than the rest of your body. Something clicked in your subconscious mind that you didn't fail. Maybe you like overheard the teacher saying, yeah, I'm gonna curve this or something, or like something like, your subconscious mind picks up on things that you don't. So something must have clicked in a way. You never need to worry about like what this is, or how this happens. But trust when I say the subconscious mind works magically, and if you tell yourself something enough, it will manifest. It has to manifest. It has no choice. Even with feelings, you don't just feel things out of nowhere. You think things and then feelings follow, right? So at the end of the day, it is thoughts, it is affirmations, that leads, the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a dominant belief, that's when things end up manifesting. Okay, I'm gonna end the video right here. I do want to let you know that I offer in-depth tarot readings, as well as one-on-one manifestation coaching, and I also custom make Subliminal. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below, where you will find my website. You can sign up for those services through my website. And yeah, I wish you all the best. I intend that every single person watching this gets their manifestations to full fruition. And yeah, thank you so much.